Hello, everyone. Fuck. Sorry, I didn't want to be fiddling with my hair in the middle of my intro, but hello, everyone, and welcome back to Showing Off My Art Generation 11. I should really have brought these up prior to, but we have got ourselves the next bit of the generation to disclose, and this will be a bit of a shorter episode, I imagine, because we're only showing 9 characters, given the fact that I accidentally showed 11 in the previous. We ended off with a Lil Sparky, which is an obscure Mario character. This time around, and I made sure to do a bit of research by digging through the wiki before I named some of these characters, because last episode was a bit of a hellscape trying to find some of them. And it was a bit of a nightmare trying to find these guys. I don't exactly know how I got one-to-one with some of them, but it's okay. Point being, we've got plenty of places to be. And so I will put on my nerd glasses and we will start with the shit. So, first off, we have another Little Sparky. But this Little Sparky is the version of it from the Super Mario World. And it's a little bit different than what you might see, because the sprites are very pixelated, they're kind of 8-bit-ish and everything. So this paper version is very much like, it's a fireball, obviously, but it's very much kind of distinct in its own right. So it's easy if you couldn't tell one-to-one what it is. But this isn't. It's really got no character outside of being a fireball. The one thing I will say about it is that it's quite evident, drawing this one, that I got very confused with what I'm supposed to do. It's a very niche thing that most people probably wouldn't pick up on, but as someone who's been doing this for a while, I pick up on it, is that I made a mistake. Because as you can see, the outer line of this orange is outlined in black. I didn't need to do that. That would have, and that's the thing, the first line in all of these colors is outlined in black. And usually, that's not how you want to do it. How you want to do is you want to take the first color, right? And the first line is of the color. So this obviously would have been colored in orange, so the first line should have been orange, and then the second line should have been black. Instead, I did black first and orange second, just like I did black first and light orange second, and then I did black first and yellow second, and then black first, and then whatever you call this, beige. And I should have done it the other way around. And so as you can see there's a bit of a mess up. I think I got confused somewhere. And I don't know, it's a small thing, most people won't pick up on it. It doesn't change it too much, but it definitely does affect it in a way that is probably only privy to someone like me, who does this for a living and really analyzes what he's drawing. Suffice it to say, it's not my favorite work ever. It's not my proudest work. I don't look on it, either discuss it. I'm kind of indifferent to it. But then again, I don't know how much better I could have done. So they're starting off, number 1 is the Super Mario World version of Lil Sparky. Next up, this guy was a pain to find on the wiki, and I actually still can't find it on the wiki. I had to go looking up some obscure definitions like Fireball Enemy Mario, on Google, and trying and like scrolling until I found it. And eventually I did find it, but not on the wiki, right? Which is really bizarre to me. But this is a fireball enemy from the game Mario vs. Donkey Kong. They're shaped a little weirdly, but I think it translated very well. It's got a very distinct style to it, and that was something I was talking to my best friend Parker about too when I was showing him Generation 12, is that it's kind of awesome how distinctly, even in paper form, you can tell like the different styles of the various games that these characters come from, and so it's kind of cool seeing this enemy. I'm a big fan of Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I have great memories of the second one that was for the DS, I believe, March of the Minis, because it's just a part of my childhood that I really, really adored and everything. And so it was so nice to start tapping into it eventually. I will be tapping into more of it as time goes along, but of course, Next up, this guy I don't know how to pronounce properly. I'm gonna quickly turn the page back to the character, cause it's a little baffling if I'm honest. It's just a tad confusing, cause I mean there's really no other way around it, really, if I'm honest. Right, so this is from some Japanese manga thing or whatever version of Mario. I'm not entirely clear on the details of it. What I know is that's from more of a Japanese source, or a Japanese dominant source. And this is called the, pardon my pronunciation, the Faiyachu, which is just a more or less a flame with legs. In most of the predominant pictures of it, it's black and white, but it has some color to it, and this is more or less how it goes. It's quite obscure and very, very simple, so it was very easy to draw. Not exactly the most, time testing thing. It's more of a kind of an obligation, but I'm not displeased by it. I'm not ungrateful to have done it. It's just to say that it's quite simple, and so in a way it's, I guess you could say, brain numbing. It's not exactly something that you really got to think about or really be proud of. But now we're a third of the way through. Next up, this is quite literally called Fire, and it's another thing from basically more or less the same thing as the Faiyachu, whatever the fuck. Be right back. Fire. Same place as the Faiyachu. Even simpler than the Faiyachu. The fire doesn't even have a cool name to it or anything. It's just fire, There's nothing unique or really distinct about it. If anything, it looks less like fire and more like, sperm. But it's there. Honestly, I don't have much to say about it, but it does have a color variation in that this more blue-toned, intense version of it, which actually does have a little bit more of a personality and color. I like the eyes to it. I like the red beam. I don't necessarily know if I appreciate the blue around it, but it's something at least. It's better than the other one, but it's no bigger in size, no different or anything. It's kind of just there. It really is. Let's see, that's 3. Okay, so we're at 5 right now. Next up is this guy, and I think this guy had a special name to him as well. Now this guy, I'd argue, has the most personality of the last couple, and it's actually a variant of the Fire. And this is Fireball Boy. And Fireball Boy here has like 2 distinct little wisps about him. He's got some tape to him. And he actually looks like a fireball. But he's got them youthful marks on him. And that's the most he's got to him. Again, not very complicated. None of these really have been. But at least, this one I like more than the other couple, This one at least looks like they not really, but they tried a little bit, which I can appreciate. Yeah. I don't have much more to say about it than that. It's not as big in any capacity as the Fire. Obviously it's not the same shape, but it's also not as big, so yeah. It's just a whole lot of orange, which I can kind of appreciate, because you don't get a whole lot of orange in a lot of characters, at least not in a big way, because orange is a bit of a rough color to use. It's a very strong and potent color that doesn't go great with a whole lot. But that's about the biggest thing I can say about it. In any case, this guy right here is another variant of the little Sparky that we saw in the previous episode. But this is a bigger Sparky, a different variant of it that I'm forgetting. The name is slipping off the top of my head, and I don't feel like getting up right now. But I guarantee you, it is similar in vein and everything to that one. And this guy is just, it's another generic fire enemy. These all seem to be, right? But I mean, these were olden times. They're not, I don't even know if these are really sprites. They look more like book characters. And it's there, and it's cool, and its design is something, but it's nothing that fascinating. I would speak more about it, but really, what can I say? They're generic old-time fire enemies that didn't take me more than maybe half an hour to do the full thing. But alas, we get to someone with a bit more personality, and I'm forgetting the count already, so give me a second while I count them again. Alright, so the second to last for this episode, we have got ourselves finally a character more modern, more personality-esque. We've got ourselves Spark. Not a very interesting name, but Spark here has got the look of intensity. Spark here has a bit more of the promised land to him. Fits on one page, is a little generic, but definitely you can tell he's got that more modern, Mario-esque feel to it. And it's just, I don't know. It's something. It's a personality-based, you know. And I can appreciate that. I can. Yeah, I don't think I mean, there's a little offshoots of where I went off course a little bit. But other than that, like, the colors work. There's nothing really that goes against it. They're all solid colors with very little detail or interruptions needed. It's kind of just there. And he's a more obscure Mario enemy, but I mean, that's what we do this for. We do this to highlight the obscure, as well as showcase the more well-known, of which I don't know the most well-known character I've shown you so far. But it is what it is. And for the last one, I believe is a variant of the Spark. I think the next couple actually are a variant of the Spark. But the Spark is... hold on. Oh, okay. Sorry. I meant to mention this, but just because I saw right now, this guy, his name is Gurry. That's his name. He's a variant of the little Sparky, so. Yeah, Gurry, just so you know. And then Spark. One more second. Alright. So the last two, or the last one, sorry, because, wait. Okay, good, this works out. Number 9 and number 10 are actually the same character in two different states. This guy is called a Pyrodangle. And so the Pyrodangle has two forms. They're a bit of an older enemy, and they're from Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, and a couple others. But this is the Pyrodangle. Now, it doesn't look like Pyro. That's because it's a spark. It goes around on a connected line, and it has moments of being on and moments of being off, you know? And this is it being off. It's not presently sparking. It's a very generic version of it, but I almost like the design because of its menace and its obscurity. Obviously, it didn't take me very long to do, but I traced this one to make number 9, and actually, this guy is the same size as the body of the Spark. So, that's a cool little detail right there. But the Pyrodangle's other form, the activated form, where it's all sparky and electric and fiery and intense. The face doesn't change. Obviously, I just traced it, made it yellow, but now it's got fire around it. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, did I use... I don't think I did. I thought I used the Gurry Flames for this one, but it doesn't look like I did, so... So it all fits on one page, and it all works, and it looks better. And I think they work better in combo, Obviously still a bit generic by part, but the smaller enemies are always going to be. These guys, it's just the nature of the business. There's obviously colors, you've seen me use a bunch of them. I think I've been using repeat pencil crayons for a lot of these ones, but it's not a problem. It's not a matter. It just kind of hurts everything, when I'm trying to talk about it. Regardless, yeah, this one's kind of just a combination of a bunch of things with the malice that I really appreciated. And that wraps it up. So thank you everyone for another form of showing off my art where I showed 10 guys. I was only supposed to show 9. Next one I'll show 9. It's okay. Thanks for watching. Let me know which one is your favorite. I hope you enjoyed. Later guys.